Good morning. Welcome to another week, and we are heavy in conference prep, work prep, all the things. So I have already gotten through the majority of my coffee. I'm not gonna hold you, but if you are still interested in having a conversation about the word, talking a little bit about some coffee, prepping for the week, getting our minds aligned with what the Holy Spirit is doing, and I want you to grab your coffee, grab your word, and let's get started. Hey girl, hey, I'm Petra. I am your faith bestie, and that just means I've been called to navigate life with you well. The Lord has commissioned me to come into these spaces and talk about Him and make sure that we're focused on Him, even in our friendships, our relationships, how we show up in the world. And so we start our week with the word, because that's the most important thing, having not only a relationship with God, but a foundation on His word, a foundation on His word. And so that's what we do. And we also do it with coffee, because please, a week without coffee, please. And I did a oldie but goodie. I did the maple butter from Trader Joe's and the, what is it? I think I did the vanilla bean paste. I did the vanilla paste with it, and I did the Winter Wonderland from Chicago French press coffee. So I ground the beans. Perfect. Chef's kiss. That coffee has like caramel, vanilla, coconutty notes to it. It's a really good coffee. Really good coffee, and it smells incredible. The notes come through beautifully. The smell is, excuse me, a little bit more vanilla-y than it actually is, but I like that because when you actually drink it, it has a better mix of the things. So it actually has kind of a nutty, Christmassy type of taste, which I highly enjoy. And the adding of the maple butter just smooths it out even more. And of course, the vanilla paste just makes sure that it stays in that particular flavor grouping. So it's really good. It's really good. So I encourage you to try that. Of course, I typically do everything iced, so I poured it over ice, and I had the vanilla unsweetened Planet oat milk, and that's it. I didn't do any creamer or anything like that, and it was perfect. And it is perfect. I'm almost, like I said, I'm almost done with it. I had to save some just so I could come on and talk to y'all, but it is absolutely delicious. Hands down delicious. But I am in the middle of running some errands. Got a lot to do. We are, like I said, we're days away, a little less than a full 2 weeks away from conference, well, the experience, and I am so excited. But that means that we have a lot that we're trying to get done and to do, and to just make sure that we're paying attention to, right? So that being said, today we are going to hop right in. Woo! But we're not going to take too long. Y'all almost went down. We're going to do Obadiah. It only has one chapter, and we're going to do verse 15, and this is about Edom's judgment from the Lord. And so what we're going to be talking about today is being in opposition to God, and that it can seem like you're in a good place, because there's a part where it talks about their arrogance and how they thought that they were high and lifted up. They were soaring like eagles, and the Lord was like, I'm gonna come up there and bring you down, right? And so he brought me to this particular verse. And this is about all the nations. It starts with the judgment of Edom, but it goes to all the nations that are in opposition to the Lord. And this is verse 15. It says, for the day of the Lord is near against all the nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. What you deserve will return on your own head. For the day of the Lord is near against all the nations that have been in opposition to him. As you have done, it will be done to you. What you deserve will return on your own head. And the Lord literally told me, he said, anything that you do that is outside of my will, that is not in alignment with me, is in opposition to me. And you will get what you deserve as someone who is an enemy of me. If you are disobedient, if you choose to do things your way outside of what he's told you to do and how he's told you to do it, you have made yourself an enemy of God. I don't care how small it is. In this season, the Lord said, you better pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the details. If you didn't do the period the way that I told you to do it at the end of a sentence, it's a wrap. And it's so clear why this is happening, because he is coming. His time is drawing near. That whole hand-holding thing, that's over. And he literally, I was talking to a friend of mine, a mentee of mine, actually, a situation that she was in. There was a conversation that she was going to have, and the Lord told me, he said, hey, tell her, be accountable about herself too, though. Just because this person has done something that doesn't feel good, make sure that she's holding herself to a high standard too, because she's accountable for how she shows up here, because she's a representative of me. And I said, what? And he was like, yeah, anything that you're doing and you're representing me, make sure you're doing it well. You better do it how I told you to do it, because I'll hold you accountable to it. So that's it. That's all I got. I want y'all to sit with that. He said, any nation, any person, any people, any group that is in opposition to me, they're an enemy of me. And I will reap the reward that you deserve on your head. That's literally what he says. It will be done to you. What you deserve will return on your own head. Obadiah 1. Verse 15. I hope you'll hold it in your heart. I hope you meditate on it. You'll pray on it. That you'll have some really good coffee. And there may be a surprise for you. We closed tickets technically on Friday, but we may have a few more for you. Listen, the Lord said that he wants everybody to experience him in a greater way. Everyone to experience him in a greater way. And so I'm going to do my part. So if you want to come to the Hey Pretty experience happening in West Palm Beach, go grab the last few seats, right? HeyPrettyLife.com. I don't want you to miss what the Lord is doing, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Either you're going to get and be intentional. You're going to either get and be intentional about the things of God, or you're not. Or you're not. That's it. That's all. I love y'all. I'll see you soon.